1592.
Okay, maybe it was worth it though.
There begins our tale, and all of it is true. Through all of London, newborn the great did spread,
Yay!
covering folk in weeping sores and leaving thousands dead.
Wow. I mean, I already call this game worth it. Oh, this is really cool.
From towns and cities, doctors they did flee, leaving their patients to die in misery.
Well,
But one brave doctor stayed when all the cowards fled.
aha.
Might not have been because he was too sick to leave his bed.
Oh. I mean, sure.
Alas, 'tis my final hour. I will surely die.
Don't say that.
I am too far gone to recover, and for the plague there is no cure.
This but a scratch wound.
Unless
I feel fine.
a cure might be found in the stars.
In the stars? Choose one zodiac to diagnose the condition. Okay. Ah, yes. I have the plague, characterized by a loss of appetite, immoderate thirst, and pus-filled swelling behind the ears, ew, in the armpits and in the groin. Oof. These are symptoms of a fever provoked by excess sanguinity in the liver. Yes. Sagittarius is the ruler of the liver, though, so surely indicates a severe imbalance of the blood humor. Yes. I chose Sagittarius, I guess.
Let me see now. According to the stars, the way to cure the plague is to treat the fever it provokes. Oh, can it be true?
I don't know.
Might a disease so monstrous as the plague be cured by treating it as if it were an exceeding bad fever? Then I must use powerful herbs to bring the fever to crisis and break it. Let me see now. Angelica and dandelion for heat.
Yes.
Borage to provoke sweating.
Ah, yes.
Infuse them in wine.
That's always
strain
good.
and distill the mixture to produce a most powerful strong water.
Ah, yes. Strong water is what I like to drink. Not normal water. That's for the weak. I only drink strong water. And I die.
Huzzah! I am cured.
And then I live again.
I shall now go forth with my miraculous strong water to cure all London of the plague.
Ah, yes. The tale of a snake oil merchant. Yes. Querent is Dr. Simon Foreman. Seen the 13th of October, 1592. How might I be cured of the plague? I judge my plague symptoms as being provoked by a fever. I invented a new kind of strong water to cure it. Yes, very good, very good. I shall cure Londoners of the plague, so wondrous will be my work that plays and songs will be writ in my honor.
Foreman made a plague cure and used it on himself, then left his house to restore Londoners to health.
Huzzah! Huzzah!
Huzzah!
Huzzah! Huzzah! Huzzah! Huzzah! Huzzah! Huzzah!
This is great.
Simon Foreman,
He cured us of the plague, 'tis true.
some details are a little vague, but we know he used astrology and knows his own strong water. So what if he be old, not a proper licensed doctor?
I mean, what if, right? Doesn't really matter, as long as it works.
Here comes a lady queer and a little wary.
Ooh.
Her name is Avis Allen. What can her trouble be?
I love this game already.
God give you good day, madam. How may I?
Are you Mr. Foreman?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Mr. Simon Foreman?
Yes, that's me.
The doctor?
I, madam, I am indeed Dr. Simon
Doctor,
Foreman.
yes.
I bid you welcome to my consulting chambers. Mistress
Allen, Mistress Avis Allen of Lambeth.
Pray tell me your age, if you please, madam.
I am 33 years of age.
And how might I do you service this day, Mr. Allen? Pray describe your troubles to me.
Well, the pain started full late last eve upon retiring to bed. Oh, not that I am in the habit of retiring so late, but my husband did desire a special supper of cold meats to celebrate and give thanks for... in any
Wait,
case,
what?
It started in the night and it continued until dawning. That being the pain in my head and the chundering.
Also, I know
A
this
moment
voice
whilst I
actress,
make
by the
note
way.
of this. Headache and involuntary purging. Is that all?
Aye, that is all. And thinking on it, my complaint does seem most trifling. And you are doubtless busy with important cases.
Definitely heard this
like
voice
the
actress.
plague. Yea, verily, mayhap I should not have come after all.
Oh, nonsense,
Good day,
milady.
Dr. Foreman, I beseech you, pardon me, for I have wasted your time.
Prithee, do not go. For I assure you, madam, your case verily is important to me.
Yes, yes,
And 'tis
indeed.
important to you, is it not, Mistress Allen? Else you would not have come this day.
Well, aye.
Let us consult the stars now then, shall we? What is the cause of Mistress Allen's suffering?
Oh boy. Letters of recommendations. I have none. What is this? Oh, the main menu. Okay. Aha! I was up all night with headache and chundering. What caused my suffering? This indicates a disturbance of the mind. Scope of the reproductive system. Miss Allen's troubles have been provoked by anxious passion associated with her being with child. Or, Mr. Allen is suffering from evil digestion. Oh boy. I mean, it's a cancer. I am a cancer, and surely I do suffer from evil digestion from time to time, so... This suggests a mild imbalance of black bile in the body. Yes. Headache and chundering, though. That doesn't sound very stomach-like. However, being with child, and she seemed very passionate, I think she may be with child. I think screen is cropped a bit left and right. Left and top, I mean? Let me see. Oh yeah, that may be. Hang on. There's only one way for me to fix this. Which is unfortunately sending you guys into break screen. No, that you didn't see nothing, okay? You saw nothing. Let's see. Alright, this might have fixed it. Let's look now. Holy shit, guys. I think this is my worst stream in a long time. This looks better. Alright.
You are with child, Mistress Allen. 'Twas the reason for your celebration last even, methinks.
Aye, but how did you know?
I can see it in my chart, madam. There is a planet aligned with Scorpio at present, Scorpio being the constellation that rules over such matters. Pray tell, how long has it been since your monthly courses?
It has been 14 weeks since my courses, and yesterday I did feel the child quicken. So, indeed, 'twas the cause for our celebration, as you say. For I have been with child before, you see, but 'tis never. And Mr. Allen and I do pray this one will be born alive.
Oh my goodness.
There, dear lady. The presence of the planet Mercury in my chart does suggest you suffer from anxious passions on account of your condition, and given your ill-favoured history, I warrant 'twas the twin burdens of hope and fear that provoked your troubles last even.
Oh, I see.
Pray take this flask of wine, madam. It has been infused with cloves, gingerweed,
Yes.
and cinnamon.
I'm curing everybody
Drink
with
it
wine.
each morning, and you should soon feel much improved.
Verily, I will do as you advise. I thank ye heartily, sir. Fare you well, Dr. Foreman.
I mean,
Fare you well, Mistress Allen.
I think if a doctor told me, "Oh, you are very sick, so here's what you have to do: drink 1 glass of wine every morning for the rest of your life," I would be, hell yes, doctor. That would make me feel fantastic. Yes, she gave me a few recommendations. And what a kind man Dr. Foreman is, and so patient with me, she says. Good. Now we have Thomas Blake, or Blau. Yes. Loyal servant, unfortunately not blessed with sense and wisdom.
Good day, sir.
Gonna
You
refrain
are
from
Simon
further
Foreman,
comments.
the physician, are you not? These are your rooms.
Yes,
Indeed,
yes,
I
indeed.
am he, and well met, sir. Be it Thomas Blagg I have the honour of welcoming to my humble consulting chambers, the Dean of Rochester Cathedral.
Indeed, 'tis I,
'Tis
Thomas
I.
Blagg. Though it is not upon church business that I come to you this day. 'Tis upon a matter of my own that I require counsel. I have lately been offered some very lucrative investment opportunities.
Of course.
And, well, it is said that God speaks to us through the stars, does he not?
Indeed he does. 'Tis well known that astrology is but a conduit for the word of God,
yes.
as interpreted using
Of
scientific
course,
means.
of course. We all
And
know
now,
that.
these investments of which you speak, pray tell of them, if you please.
2 merchant ships will shortly set sail on very lucrative trading expeditions. I do not possess the coin to invest in both.
Wait.
Hence, I must choose between them. And I must choose very wisely indeed.
This man is not sick.
For sea voyages are most perilous. And if my ship were to founder or be captured by pirates, I would lose my entire investment.
Aye, forsooth, 'twould be most lamentable, to say nothing of the poor souls who might lose their lives.
Who are, naturally, the greater of my concerns.
Aye, naturally.
Naturally.
And whither might these ships be bound?
The first is bound for the Spice Islands of the East.
Ooh,
'Tis a
nice.
voyage to be undertaken by a ship named the Conquering Cherub. The other is the Pride of Yarmouth. She is to bring back sugar from the Americas.
Yes.
Have you now the information you require? Then perchance you may divine for me upon which of these 2 ships our Lord God has bestowed his divine blessing.
Aye, Dean Blagg, we may now consult the stars.
I thought I was
Should
a
Thomas
doctor.
Blagg invest in the voyage of the Conquering Cherub, or that of the Pride of Yarmouth?
What does this have to do with doctoring, by the way? That's something I would really like to know. Hang on a second. Give me a moment. Let me see if I can do something here. God, this is horrible. This Twitch application, by the way, for the chat is terrible, but I don't think I have any other choice right now. Let me just quickly do this and see if I can put this right there. This works, I think. Alright. Oh wow, this is getting... Should I invest in the Conquering Cherub or the Pride of Yarmouth? Well, let's find out together. Ooh. This is... I guess A is the Cherub? Mars domicile in Scorpio. This represents a victory. The House of Children. Yes. The ship's name should evoke a child who is victorious in battle. This. You guys says in a trading voyage will result in a change of fortune for him. This represents a change in fortune. The House of Journey, Uranus. Ah, yes. The ship name should evoke a woman who partakes in a marriage. Represent femininity. That's Yarmouth? I mean, I don't know. I think he wants it. cherub. Says represents victory, so surely. But the changing fortune and a woman who partakes in a marriage. The Pride of Yarmouth. Ah, let's try with a simple one.
The stars advise you to invest in the ship named the Conquering Cherub.
I see. And why is that?
Well, I have calculated that at this very hour, upon this very day, the planet Mars and the constellation Scorpio do both dwell in that part of the sky we call the House of Children. And, as it happens, Mars is the ruler of Scorpio, hence we may say that Mars is presently exalted.
Mars has been exalted by Scorpio, you say?
Yes,
What
indeed.
might that mean?
When exalted, Mars represents victory. And so, with victory in the House of Children, we may read this as a victorious child. Ergo, the Conquering Cherub.
Ah, I see. For a cherub is a kind of
Yeah,
child,
well,
is it not?
fat one with
In
wings, I
sooth,
think.
I do find the science of astrology verily fascinating. I thank you, Dr. Foreman. You have been most helpful.
Ah, yes. Doctor in medicine and in navigation, geography, astrology, everything. Just a general doctor, you know? Was he happy? Think he was pleased. It was very wise of me to come to this day. Only a fool invests his money without first seeking counsel. Yes. Oh.
Frighted by an unkind head, he gentle, she seems full afraid.
Okay then. I'll be gentle. Jesus.
Good morrow, sir. Pray tell, are these the consulting chambers of Simon Foreman, Doctor of Astrology and Physics?
Ah, yes. That would be
Indeed,
me.
'tis I, Dr. Simon Foreman. And your name, madam?
Emma Sharp of Shoreditch, sir. 25 years of age.
Welcome, Miss Sharp. And how may I do you service this day?
Well, 'tis a trifle delicate. A man has asked me to be his wife.
Oh dear.
Dear, kind man, but, I fear you will think me cold, Dr. Foreman.
There, madam, whatever is the matter?
Well, he is exceeding advanced in years. I do worry
Oh.
he may not be long for the world, and if he were to die, I do not think I could bear it. Verily, I would not. Indeed, methinks
How rich
I
is
would
this
rather
man?
not marry him at all. Am I very heartless, Dr. Foreman?
Nay, not in the least, madam. Your fears are most reasonable.
Yes.
A man in the winter of his life is indeed more likely to die. I assure
Indeed.
you, madam, 'tis a medical fact.
I mean,
But
it's a fact of life.
Methinks you wish to know whether this man be afflicted with a grave health condition, do you not? To wit, any ailment that might soon prove fatal?
Forsooth I do. That is my question precisely. Why, Dr. Foreman, 'tis as if you have a gift for reading minds.
Yes.
Merely the gift of logical surmise, madam. Let us see whether a judgment of the stars may calm your fears. Does Mr. What was your gentleman's name?
Mr. George Middleton, a wool merchant.
Does Mr. Middleton have any ailments that might hasten his death?
Let's see. Ah, yes. Aries, the ruler of head. Uranus is in retrograde. This is just a mild enchantment cast by a witch. Pluto is in retrograde. This suggests the possibility of death. Mr. Middleton has been bewitched. It may prove fatal. Oh, jeez. Mr. Middleton suffers from dropping down off the piss. Characterized by involuntary urination. I mean, that's not the worst. It is exacerbated when combined with his fear of heights. This suggests severe vertigo, fear of heights. Oh dear. Or, that's Leo. Mr. Middleton suffers from a cardiac passion, a condition that may end in death. Venus represents an imbalance on the phlegm. Neptune, the illness cannot be cured, and Saturn in detriment in Leo suggests a mild imbalance of the black bile. This guy's gonna die. I think the best one we can have is just the dropping down of the piss. Which, you know, technically. But do I give a damn about this old man? I mean, he's very old. Okay, let's go for the weird one. He's been bewitched. I don't know why I want to do this. I don't know if any of my choices right now are having any real consequences. So I'm just gonna say he's been bewitched.
I have grave news for you, madam. The stars indicate that Mr. Middleton is in mortal danger. Aye, it seems he has been bewitched by a ruthless woman who intends to kill him. Know you of any such woman in his life? A jealous sister, perchance, or a spinster neighbour with a particular fondness for cats?
Nay, I do not think I know of such a... But hark, is that the hour? Methinks I do hear the church bells strike.
Verily?
I must now to the almshouse hasten to attend the poor sick children who await my ministrations. I thank ye and bid you good day, Dr. Foreman.
I think I just saved the man's life. Methinks the querent took my advice a little ill. Oh, I lost some recommendation, huh? Yeah, she's dangerous. Who was the handsome manservant that passed at the door? Mayhap one day I shall have a servant that cuts so fine a figure. Oh, what's happening? Public notice, beware. Is the man treating you a qualified licensed doctor? London has lately been importuned by low-born charlatans claiming the title of doctor. These men have never attended university and therefore cannot be trusted. Any man found to be practicing medicine without a medical license shall be prosecuted to the full extent of the law. Dr. Richard Smith, President, College of Physicians. Who's this charlatan, Mrs. Smith?
Murdering would those doctors come.
Murdering those doctors come.
Murdering one fine day.
Those doctors would they slave for me?
Oh no, please no.
Children they slave for me, slave for me. Oh, will they send him to jail?
I don't like that either.
Him to jail.
Please, none of them.
What is the meaning of this warning being put about by the College of Physicians? Do they mean to do me harm?
Probably.
It is true that I do not have a medical license.
I mean, we don't really need to bother ourselves with that.
Do. Mayhap the stars will advise me.
Yes, yes, trust in the stars. The College of Physicians has dark intentions. What should I do? A. Read the stars by selecting a highlighted section of the sky. Jupiter is falling in Capricorn, represents ignorance. The authoritative licensed doctor of London hold is primarily owning their wealth and privilege. There is much that they do not know about physics. The Church of England can help me, for the Archbishop of Canterbury has a special power to grant medical license. Ah, that's really nice. This represents a religious authority. And the College of Physicians is making war against me. If I am to become the best doctor in London, I must find a way to end this war. Mars in retrograde advice ending a war. That sounds actually pretty good. Maybe I can get my license from the Archbishop. Or B, I must use my brilliant mind to forge a strong relationship with my querent. This represents intelligence. And the solution involves being sensitive to the needs of my querents. The moon exalted in Taurus, this advice sensitivity. So this is pretty much gonna say, it doesn't matter, I am so good that I'm still gonna have patience and they're gonna vouch for me. But maybe we go for this one instead. We try to actually fix this situation. I do like the fact that we could have a real license.
I see. These doctors have waged war against me, and the only way to stop them is to obtain a medical license.
Yes.
And in the House of Religion... Ah, yes. A reminder that the Archbishop has the power to grant such licenses. Mayhap I will one day find a way to petition him for one. In the meantime, I must serve my querents well, for if I do, they will doubtless favour me with letters of recommendation I can use to petition the University of Cambridge to grant me a license.
Okay. The study advised me to petition the Archbishop. I may also receive one if my querents give me letters of recommendation. Okay. So we have to be good, I guess. Letters of recommendation, 0. Alright.
Who's this man at the door who we've not seen before? Who's this man at the door who we've not seen before?
Who is come to inquire, dressed in such strange attire? 'Tis Ferraro, Signor Ferraro.
What a fine gentleman.
Good day to you, sir. Oh, I see you're having some difficulties. William, fetch my guest a chair.
No, it's good. I am just a little stiff.
As you wish.
Ah, yes.
Mr.
I can recognize the accent.
Signor Riccardo Ferraro. I am a gentleman of Venezia,
Yes,
come to
yes.
make a trade in London.
Venice? 'Tis a fine city, I hear. And how may I do
Beautiful
you service this day, Signor Ferraro?
I am come with una problema medicale.
That
and
is
you are
not
most great
Italian.
dottore who does cure all London, huh? You cure Ferraro too, see?
God,
Forsooth, I
die.
will seek to do so, Signor. Pray, describe your complaints, if you please.
Why?
He's burning when I make the water.
Pain during urination?
See, and his pain down here. Molto pain.
Yeah.
And pain in the lower back. Now, let us see what the stars can tell us. What ails Signor Riccardo Ferraro?
It's got an STD. Why don't you talk like that, Q? I mean, I could. You don't want me to talk like that. Alright, let's see. Signor Ferraro suffered from the gout, which is caused by hot, dry humerus seeping into the joints of the foot. This represents an imbalance of the bile. I don't think so. Signor Ferraro suffered from the stone in the kidney. This disease, this could actually be. This disease can occasion loss of appetite, severe pain in the kidney area, vomiting, and difficulty passing urine. This could actually very well be. Or we have a dysentery, characterized by pain in the bowels, faintness, and oily stools. No, it suggests that Mr. Ferraro is lying. Why would he lie? I think he's got the kidney stones.
'Tis a case of stones in the kidney, I regret to say. But worry not, Signor. I will give you an ounce of my strong water to dislodge them. Drink this entire flask when you rise at dawn tomorrow.
Jesus, we're gonna get him
You may
super
then
fucking
expect
drunk.
to evacuate the stones by way of your privy member within just a few
This
hours.
is so smart.
Your famous strong water.
Yes, indeed.
This water is said to cure the plague, huh? I thank you, Signor Foreman.
It's a very good
And now
water.
Riccardo Ferraro bids you good day.
Indeed, a very good water. God, this is so bad. But yeah, that is very smart. Get him super drunk, so when he passes the kidney stone, he's not gonna feel anything. The current was a little pleased with me. A little. Just a little. That didn't give me a lot of recommendations. It will return for another consultation, though, it says. Interesting. He seems to exhibit at least a semblance of competence. Yes, yes. Ah, there she is again.
Tis true she lacks finesse, but every awkward hero needs his awkward princess.
Poor lady. She looked absolutely alright to me.
Well met, Mistress Allen.
Welcome back.
Pray tell, the last time I saw you, you were with child, methinks. Pray tell, how
I
fares...
would rather not talk about that if you please.
Oh no, the child is gone
Oh,
already.
I see. I am full sorry, madam. What
I'm
brings
come
you this-
upon...
Oh, no, please, speak.
The matter
beg
that
your
brings...
pardon, madam. I prithee, madam.
You
say
go
on.
on.
I'm come about the new law.
Hello.
I know not what to do, and I would have counsel.
You are in trouble with the law, madam.
Nay, at least not yet, but my neighbours have begun to remark unkindly upon my absences.
What do you mean?
My Sunday absences from church. I am afeard one of them may soon denounce me.
Ah, 'tis the Act Against Recusants you speak of. The law that obliges Catholics to attend church and take the English sacrament. You are of the Catholic faith, then, I take it?
I, a Catholic, but as well a law-abiding woman and a full loyal subject of the Queen. Long may she reign.
Don't measure rain.
Do not doubt it, madam.
But to take the Protestant sacrament, 'tis heresy. So says the Pope in Rome. I risk being damned to hell if I do it, Dr. Foreman. Verily, I find myself in a most
I
terrible
think you'll
bind.
be fine.
See, damned if you do, yet condemned if you do not. A cruel bind indeed. Well, let us see if the stars may untangle it for us. Should Mistress Avis Allen attend Protestant church services?
Yeah, it's all the same anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Give it the strong water. Yeah, go to church, drink the blood of Christ, as you know, which is my strong water, and it'll be fine. Read the stars by selecting the highlighted section of the sky. Some have the wrong impression of the Allen's wealth and are envious. This indicates jealousy and confusion. Miss Allen's problem is her female neighbors. Represents women. Fuck them. Seriously. Oh my god, this is... Avis must remain strong in the Catholic faith, for when the Queen dies, her successor may revert England back to Catholicism. Yeah, that's not gonna happen, we all know that. A surprising political event advises strength and death. There may be a creative solution for appeasing the Pope in Rome while also honoring England's Protestant legacy. Mrs. Allen risks getting in trouble with the law and being punished by the authorities. It is Mr. Allen's duty to cooperate. I don't know. I mean, what the neighbors? I'll try this one. I think I'm gonna go for the bad ending again, guys. I think I should start saying that I do it on purpose, so at least you don't really blame me when we get the worst possible ending.
Lady, if your neighbours consider speaking against you, 'twould be on account of envy.
Envy? But Mr. Allen and I have not been blessed with... I've not had the same fortune as other women. And to be sure, we are not wealthy.
Yes, of course. Hence you must disabuse your neighbours of their ill-founded notions. Indeed, you must have them believe that you are, in truth, most poor.
Then I am to have my neighbours pity me.
Precisely so, madam. For if they were to pity you, they would never think of reporting you to the authorities. Nay, they would say, "See how low poor Mistress Allen has come. She has no gown fine enough for church, so she finds an excuse not to come by pretending she is a Catholic."
Oh, I see. Then I must wear coarser clothes as well.
This is like
In truth,
bullshittery
it
of
would
the
not be agreeable to
highest
be talked of
degree.
so. But nay, 'tis naught but my vanity, and if a woman must sacrifice her comeliness for the sake of her soul, so be it. 'Tis but a small price to pay.
Oh, but be assured, madam, you would still be most... well, methinks you would appear no less comely in poorer attire.
Oh, Dr. Foreman,
Oh.
you make me blush.
Forgive me, dear lady. 'Tis not my intention to occasion you any. Madam, would you care to see my collection of Venetian glassware?
I think I would.
Oh.
Indeed, I would like that very
What
well.
is happening here? Oh my. Church-going Christians would never try to pick on the poor and weak. Yeah, that would never happen. Oh boy. I mean, she was very pleased. I mean, I don't know if I fixed her situation, but I definitely succeeded in hitting on her. Ah yes, coitus post consultatio, yes. We boned. Alright, that was a big recommendation. You got it, Avis. God mend me, what have I done? If only I knew of a Jesuit priest I might confess my sin to. Uh-oh.
Here comes eyes are bright. A damsel formed for man's delight. Oh, she is quite a lady. Oh, she is quite a lady.
All right.
Good day to you, sir. I am Amelia Bassano of Bishopsgate, here for my consultation.
See, she's Italian.
Welcome,
She doesn't
Mistress
speak
Bassano.
weird.
Bassano. 'Tis an Italian name, is it not?
Aye, it is, sir. Though I was born in London, my family are from Venice. They did come to London to gain employment as musicians at the royal court.
Oh.
Ah, I know one of your countrymen, Riccardo Ferraro, another one of my querents. Mayhap you know him? He hails from Venice, too.
No, sir, I do not know him. Venice is a large city, and as such, 'tis home to many thousands
Yes.
of men. And as I did mention, I was born in London.
Aye.
Yeah, that
of
was really
course.
dumb.
Mayhap
Simon.
we turn our thoughts to what brings you hither this day. Have you a question for me?
Aye, sir, I wish to know what afflicts me, for my belly does begin to swell, and lately I oft find myself chundering after meals.
Oh.
Swollen abdomen and involuntary upward purging. Well, now, let us consult the stars to judge the cause of these
Again, that
troubles.
sounds like
What
you're
is
with
ailing
child.
Mistress Amelia Bassano?
Oh yes, she suffered from a liver worm. Wow. Represents an imbalance of the phlegm in the body. I don't think so. She's with child, obviously. The moon is falling in Scorpio, suggests the illness will not last long. Oh, that's not good though. The queen is afflicted obviously with a crick in the knees caused by the pressure of excessive weight gain. That... Jesus Christ.
I neglected to ask. Is there a Mr. Bassano?
Aye, my father still lives.
Not that
I
kind
mean
of
to say,
mistake.
are you yet married, Mistress Bassano? I presume you are, for the stars indicate that you are with child. Wondrous news indeed.
She's gonna be so mad.
Ah, I see.
Yeah.
Of course, it is natural for a young lady to be a trifle anxious when she's expecting her first child. And I see you are anxious, are you not?
Aye, Mr. Foreman, I own that I am.
Well, doubtless you are anxious owing to the unpredictable nature of your condition. For instance, sometimes the child might emerge from its mother's womb early, weeks or even months earlier than anticipated. This possibility is a medical fact, and one that should be explained to any husband you may... Do you see what I'm saying, Mistress Bassano?
Nay, not in the least, sir.
Oh boy.
Some of my maiden querents, I assume you are still unmarried and therefore a maiden, when they find themselves inexplicably with child, they oft do not remain unmarried for long. I advise you to discuss this with your family without delay, Mistress Bassano. Doubtless they will be keen to make the arrangements for you.
I see. Yes, of course.
Yes.
I must lose no time in finding a husband. I thank you, Dr. Foreman. Good day.
Oh damn, that sounded like a terrible situation. Yeah, she was pleased. She was pleased. A little bit, at least. And somebody has to give me a letter of recommendation at some point. Doubtless cousin Alfonso will consent to marry me. Oh, Alfonso. Especially if London Hudson sells money on me for the child. Lord. Mary Payne.
Frightened when she spies a looking glass, for 'tis a portal out through whence the gates of hell do blast. A deadly and foul wind that comes direct from Satan's mouth.
From Satan? I mean, I don't want to go against Satan.
Blessed morrow to you, Dr. Foreman. I am Mary Payne of 4th Street in Lambeth, and come to seek your counsel about my neighbours.
Good morrow, Mistress Payne, and well met. What trouble do your neighbours give you? They play their lutes into the night, perchance? Mayhap a neighbour has cast a malignant spell upon your cabbages.
Why, sir, 'tis no trifling matter. Indeed, 'tis a matter of grave importance.
Is it now?
Doubtless you do know we have a Catholic living on 4th Street. A woman by the name of Avis
Oh,
Allen.
Yes. I did hear tell that Mistress Allen subscribes to the Romish faith. But 'tis no crime to be a Catholic, is it, madam? At least, not at present.
Aye, but harbouring a Jesuit priest is, Dr. Foreman. These evenings past, I have spied a man sneaking in and out of the Allens' house.
I
'Tis
think
my
that would be
reckoning
me.
The man is a priest who is going hither and thither all over Lambeth to perform the Catholic Mass and take confessions.
Is there another one?
Doubtless Mr. Allen is hiding him in one of those little cupboards.
You mean to say you think Mr. Allen has installed a priest hole in his house? A
priest
secret
hole?
room hidden behind the wood panelling of a wall?
Indeed I do. I am certain that he has such a hole, and that a priest is going in and out of Mr. Allen's hole from dusk till dawn.
Phrasing?
Verily? How troubling. But surely you are mistaken, madam, for under the cover of darkness, how can you be sure the man you did spy was not Mr. Allen himself?
Nay, nay, 'twas not Mr. Allen. Mr. Allen is a fine, tall figure of a man, whereas the figure I did spy was very narrow and malformed in appearance. A scrawny little imp of a man he was.
Oh boy.
I see.
Now, you must
You
not think
bitch.
me intolerant, Dr. Foreman. If Mistress Allen must cling to her idolatrous backward beliefs, 'tis her own affair, and I have no wish to cause trouble for the Allens.
Right, but-
And even though Mistress Allen has lately not been seen in church, thus far I have held my tongue about it.
Keep doing
But
that.
we residents of 4 Street are decent English folk. We will not abide an agent of Rome sneaking around our neighbourhood, muttering incantations in some devilish foreign tongue.
I think you mean Latin, madam.
But before I act upon my suspicions, I think it wise to know if there be any truth in them.
Then let us see what the stars can tell us.
I'm gonna have to lie
Who
to this
is
woman.
this mysterious stranger, and why does he frequent the Allen's house
That's
late at night?
me. I'm going there to bang the good old ladies. Also, that phrasing, there's a priest going inside of Mr. Allen's hole. Yeah, we don't know. We don't want to know what that's all about. Is Allen hiding a Jesuit priest? The man Mrs. Payne saw harbors cruel intentions toward the Allen's household goods and possessions. Yes. Mrs. Payne will die suddenly, mayhap before the end of this consultation? Narrow and malformed, a scrawny little imp of a man. How dare she call me that? You bitch. This speaks of a relationship with an untrustworthy foreigner. As foreigners are untrustworthy by nature, this element may be of no particular significance. Yes. And Mistress Allen's maternal instinct had been thwarted by her inability to bear a child, but she stubbornly persists in trying to reverse her infertility. Does that speak of an educated man who adorns himself in fine clothes? The man Mrs. Payne saw is a public enemy who engages in idolatrous worship of the Virgin Mary. He's a Jesuit priest. I mean, okay. So if you do this one, they're gonna think she is actually seeing a priest and they're gonna report her to the authorities. If I do this, I'm afraid I'm gonna kill fucking I'm gonna kill a nun. I don't know if that's very good for me. But this, I don't think this does anything. The maternal instinct have been thwarted by her inability to bear a child, thus stubbornly persisting trying to reverse her infertility. I'm gonna try to kill her. see what happens.
The man you saw prowling around the Allen's house is no priest. He is a thief, come at night to steal silver plate and candlesticks.
'Tis a mere robber I saw. On my honour, that is well to hear. Still, something must be done about it. I will rouse the menfolk of 4 Street and have them patrol our street each night until this sneak thief is apprehended.
Damn it.
Ah, is that truly necessary, madam? Be there not
That's
more...
it.
Pleasant day, Dr. Foreman.
God damn it, I just fucked myself. She was a little pleased at least. Damn it. What a fine looking youth Foreman's manservant is. Oh, would that I were my niece's age again. What is with this manservant? I need to see my manservant. He's too beautiful. I need to kick him out. It's no good.
When the queen
Mr.
doth
Ferraro
rock
is
the
back.
Continental frock, when the Ferraro doth rock a continental frock,
When his Italian flair features odd facial hair, 'tis Ferraro.
I mean, he does have some odd facial hair. But, I mean, at the same time, though, very good mustaches.
God give you good day, signor. And how may I assist you?
Tis I, Riccardo Ferraro.
Yes.
Come once again to see the great Dottore Simon Forman.
Great doctor. I like that.
So I see. What brings you this day?
I bring myself to you, so you treat my illness. 'Tis a very grave.
And,
Grave.
what might this illness be? Perchance we might start with your complaints.
First problem is the laughter that cannot be controlled.
What?
Uncontrollable laughter,
What the
you
hell?
say?
Aha, haha.
I see. Anything else?
Next problem, the dancing that cannot be controlled.
What the hell is wrong with
Uncontrollable
this guy?
dancing. And yet, you do not appear to be dancing at present.
What can I say? 'Tis uncontrollable dancing. I cannot control when I dance.
Nay, 'tis a fair
Did they give him
point.
too much wine?
Doubtless, my disease, whatever it may be, is very rare and very difficult to diagnose. But of course, if it be beyond your medical understanding...
Never.
Let me assure you, signor, that whatever is said of us on the continent, the learning of we English doctors is unparalleled. There is no better medical care to be had than in London. Now, let us see whether the stars may tell us something of your unusual and troubling illness.
Yes. Let me quickly do something, guys. I will be right back. Just a moment. Alright, I am back. Let's see what we have here. No, what's happening? Okay, so he suffers from uncontrollable laughter and dancing. So far he's suffering from colics, a disease that occasional abdominal pain, belching and bloating of the stomach. I don't think so. The illness is chronic, although it would kind of be in line with the kidney stones. Imbalance of the yellow bile. Or Aquarius. Signor has been bitten by a tarantula on one of his ankles. Tarantula venom causes the victim to laugh, sing or dance uncontrollably, also provoking acute loathing of music. That actually sounds pretty good. I like this. Typical London tarantulas, yes.
You have been bitten by a tarantula. Its venom has been creeping throughout your body, provoking the wanton laughter and dancing you're experiencing. The tarantula is a rare spider from foreign climes. Doubtless it travelled with you from Venice, hiding itself among your belongings.
Are there tarantulas in Venice? I've been in Venice.
Doubtless you are right.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Time.
The venom may be expelled from the body using a combination of heat and music. I advise you to have a lutenist come by your house to sing and play for you while you bide near the fire. But take care not to insult the musicians playing. For whilst you will find it most loathsome, 'twill only be on account of the venom.
Ah, molto bene, Signor Foreman.
Yes.
I will do as you advise. Riccardo Ferraro bids you good day.
It is very good. Yes. Great doctor here. It was very pleased with me. Nice, nice. Yeah, this guy loves me. How did Mr. Foreman know of this rare illness? It seems as if he has at least some learning. At least. He's gonna come back. Oh, there she is.
Lady feel confined. Mayhap the world is too unkind. Nay, doctor, medicate her mind.
Recure this comely lady.
She seems like such a fine lady.
Comely lady.
Mr. Amelia Lanier? With child?
Good day to you, madam.
Yes. Good day, Mr. Foreman. Pray tell, is your Venetian querent Riccardo Ferraro one of the patients you treat for troubles of the mind? Forsooth, his manner is right strange. I passed him at the door, and when I addressed him in the Italian tongue, he abruptly turned from me and ran away down the street.
Nay, Signor Ferraro has no grave troubles of the mind that I'm aware of. Mayhap he was merely dumbstruck by your beauty, madam.
Dr. Foreman, a man is rarely struck dumb by a woman's beauty. Indeed, 'tis quite the reverse. He is oft rendered all the more loquacious, plaguing her with ill-formed metaphors he believes are compliments, and with hasty declarations and invitations she has neither sought nor invited.
Quite.
Yes.
But let us turn our minds to happier thoughts. I did lately hear of your marriage to your cousin, Mr. Alfonso Lanier, for which I must congratulate you.
Wait, is she marrying her cousin?
And as I recall, you were with child when I last saw you.
I was, as you correctly judged.
And your child and husband are both well, I hope?
I would rather not discourse on the subject of my husband, Dr. Foreman.
Okay.
As it pleases you, madam.
Fine.
What brings you this day?
Lately, I have been feeling heavy and lethargic. I do also find it hard to fix my attention upon the book I am reading or upon words I am composing. And yet, although I oft feel right tired, I am having difficulty
That sounds like
sleeping.
depression.
Well, becoming a mother, beset with all the demands of a suckling babe, can force change upon the normal rhythms of life.
Nay, 'tis not that, for I have employed a wet nurse for the feeding and much of the care of my
Doesn't
son.
really matter.
Methinks I must have some kind of disease.
I see. Let us consult the stars to see what afflicts you. What is ailing Mistress Amelia Lanier?
She feels heavy, lethargic, and cannot sleep. Let's see. The queen is troubled with an excessively choleric temperament. It is associated with the excess yellow bile, suffering from exhibiting an aggressive, opinionated nature. Nah. She suffers from phlegmatism. It's a temperament associated with excess phlegm, characterized by stoicism and stubbornness. It indicates the illness will get worse before it gets better, such as a psychological factor. What was this? The illness is chronic. The queen suffers from melancholy, being an excessive of black bile. Yeah, this is what's going on.
Mistress Lanier, the stars indicate that your suffering is occasioned by melancholy, or, in other words, black bile.
I see. And what treatment can you give me
More
for it?
strong water.
Before we speak of treating your condition, madam, I think it wise we determine what has provoked it. You did express a desire not to speak of your husband, and I cannot help but think that such a reluctance reveals where the source of your troubles might lie, to wit, within your marriage. Would I be right in thinking this? I do not wish to cause you distress, madam, but as a doctor, I do feel I must press you in case it is relevant to your troubles.
My marriage is not a happy one, Dr. Foreman. Mr. Lanier and I do not agree on matters of money and strong drink.
Oh boy.
I see. And what are your opinions on these subjects?
That he spends all our money on strong drink.
Okay, yeah, that's...
He disagrees.
And your husband cannot be brought around to see your point of view, nor you his, I presume. Well, the marital discord provoked by strong differences of opinion can oft engender melancholy in a wife. Until the matter is resolved between you, you may take a syrup of roses and chicory. Drink of it each day, and it will serve to reinvigorate your vital spirits. I will also have my manservant William bleed you of some of that excess bile.
I thank you, Dr. Foreman.
William, come here
Oh
and
no,
bleed Mistress
fucking
Lania.
William. Not William. I hate William. Stupid manservant. She is most pleased. Whoa, look at that recommendation. It's getting close. Mayhap bleeding my husband would cure him of his taste for strong drink. Very vigorous bleeding. Okay, do not kill your husband, please. Not on my suggestion. We got mail. Sir, I thank you for your recent inquiry with regards to obtaining a license to practice medicine. I note from our record that you terminated your enrollment at our institution some years ago on the grounds of insufficient funds. Whilst we do not ordinarily issue medical licenses to men who have not first completed a medical degree, proof of equivalent professional experience in the form of letters of recommendation may be taken into consideration. A minimum of 8 such letters of recommendation is customary required. I advise you to write us again once you have obtained the requisite number of letters. John Cowell, Vice Chancellor. Man, we need 8 letters of recommendation. That's a lot.
What is very late?
Oh, Avis. Oh. Hello.
These Foreman's now a patient, and Avis is the cure.
Ah, my dear Avis, what a pleasure it is to see you. I have oft thought of our
I
last...
cannot tarry long. My husband will be expecting me home.
Oh,
Of course.
she's mad.
But, dear lady, is something the matter?
Of course. Do not all your querents come with a matter they wish an answer to?
Well, yes, but...
I wish to ask of the stars whether a man I am close with, a man who is not my husband, whether that man be also close with another woman.
A man you are... I see. Well, if I am to judge the stars for you, I must ask you to be more precise. In what sense do you mean close? The platonic bond of friendship?
Nay, close in the sense of being intimate.
I see. Then 'tis the familial tie of kinship, perchance.
Yes.
Nay, I mean someone with whom I have shared physical relations.
Verily, madam, if I am to give you an accurate reading, you must state your question clearly.
Methinks you know full well what I ask. I bid you ask the stars whether my lover is, that is to say, be it true that he engages with another woman
I mean,
in
no, we're not engaging with anybody.
acts of strumpy-humpy.
Madam, you astonish me. 'Tis unlike you to speak such indelicate words. Now, if I understand you correctly, you have a lover, and you wish to know whether he has been sharing his tender favours with another woman.
We haven't,
Aye,
right?
but did I not verily say so?
And now that we have at last fathomed your question, let us read the stars to fathom an answer.
So far, I haven't done
Has
anything
Mistress
to anyone
Allen's
else.
lover been unfaithful to her?
Absolutely not. Mr. Allen's mind has been turned by jealousy and confusion. Mr. Allen should be more optimistic about a romance with this man. And this consultation will provoke unexpected intimacies between me and Aries. Oh boy. Oh. Path number B. Number B? Yes, number B. Number A and number B. Mr. Allen's lover is seeing a woman who is willing and able to marry him. He wishes to continue his family line. I don't think so. Mr. Allen no longer pleases her lover. The spark has been lost. Oh no. Mr. Allen loves her lover wishes to father a child. Oh boy. Are you sure she's not talking about her husband? No, she said so. I think we're gonna bang again right now.
The stars are most clear, madam. Your lover has not been coupling with another woman.
He has not.
Forsooth, the stars say that your mind has been turned by jealousy and confusion. Now, if there is nothing further, madam...
Oh, how relieved I am to hear you say this. Oh, Simon, what a fool I have been not to trust you.
But you... this lover... 'twas me all along? You were not speaking of some other man?
I beseech you, pardon me, Simon. I had to know the truth from the stars, for I did hear tell of other women.
Lies.
But how could you not see? No other woman is to me so dear and verily Is it not clear to you that I...
Do you verily, Simon?
Oh, my dear.
Oh.
sweet ladies.
And fold them onto themselves. Bang. The queen is most pleased with the reading. Oh, I'm gonna get that letter of recommendation. Ah, we got it. We got it. Verily, it was very wrong of me to doubt him so. Yes, it was. That escalated quickly. It's the stars, Grey. You cannot go against the stars. Oh my god, what is that? A monkey? What is that?
She oft gets her hands on goods from foreign lands. That
Captain? Did you say captain?
Good morrow, madam. I humbly welcome you to my consulting chambers and thank you for choosing my practice. Mistress...
Fortescue. Mistress Sybil Fortescue.
Well then, Mistress Fortescue, what may I assist you with this day?
I come upon a most troubling matter, sir. I know not whether it is a medical matter or something else.
I see. Pray describe your trouble to me, madam.
Well, I suppose it all began with a dinner I hosted at my house last even.
Oh, yes.
Mayhap you have heard of my dinners, Dr. Foreman.
No, never.
They are much talked about. Though I fear last evening's dinner will be talked about for all the wrong reasons.
Oh, what happened?
Talked about, you say?
Yes, indeed, invitations to my dinners are much sought after, for I host the most desirable of guests, lords, bishops, poets, explorers, painters and the like.
Ooh.
Why, last eve I hosted the famous Robert Lord Devereux, the playwright William Shakespeare, and the Bishop of London and his wife.
What?
As
The
well
Bishop
as
of London
fascinating
himself?
Conversation. At my table, I serve the very latest and most original dishes. Last even, I served an exotic green vegetable called a portato.
Oh.
So crisp and refreshing.
Potato.
My dear husband sent them home to me from the New World. Doubtless you have heard of my husband, Captain Fortescue. He is a great friend of Sir Walter Raleigh.
I see.
You said
Your
so
dinners
many
do
words.
sound most excellent, Mistress Fortescue. But what occurred at last eve's dinner that has you so distressed?
Well, in truth, 'twas after dinner. We all felt a strong desire to take some air, and so we left the table to take a turn in some pleasure gardens nearby.
I like the pleasure
But then,
gardens.
As we were walking along the path, right in the middle of the gardens, in full public view...
Pray do not distress yourself, madam. Prithee, take your time.
My guests and I were, all of a sudden, stricken with pain. We began chundering, and
That sounds like
from
food
our-
poisoning.
But there was nowhere to turn, you see.
Oh, so you all
There were
puked
no
on each
bushes
other.
close by to shield our modesty.
Oh boy.
'Twas unspeakable.
Oh boy.
A moment, madam, as I note this down. Abdominal pain and simultaneous upward and downward.
Oh God,
purging
that
of
was
a
bad.
most sudden and violent nature.
So,
Now, let us see how these stars explain this most distressing and unsavory event.
God, what a
What
sight.
troubled Mistress Sybil Fortescue and her guests last eve?
Now imagine this woman with the Archbishop of the Church of London and William Shakespeare and another person all in the pleasure gardens puking and shitting themselves. Oh my god. Oh, that's quite a view, huh? Yes. Well, Mistress Fortescue is troubled with wandering hands. What do you mean? Wandering hands? Sybil Fortescue has taken a chilly cold. No. Yes, the evil digestion. Ah, yes, I know that. I know that one.
Madam, I think you said the New World vegetables you dined upon were green in colour, did you not? And you described them as
Potatoes are not
crisp
green.
and refreshing, I think. I take it then that you served them to your guests green and raw?
Yes, indeed. Most of the potatoes my husband sent me
potatoes.
were full dull and unhealthsome in appearance. Hence I served only the green ones. I had my cook cut them in such a way as to resemble roses.
Ah, yes.
'Tis the way I oft serve my apples.
Ah, then your trouble was a severe case of evil digestion. I have read that these vegetables can be noxious if they turn green.
Oh, my days! Do you mean I poisoned my guests?
In a manner of speaking, aye. But worry not, madam, for the suffering was but temporary. Indeed, it does sound as if the bodies of your guests were most comprehensively purged of the poison.
Yeah, all in
However,
an instant.
in future, be sure
From
to cook the
both holes.
potatoes until they are soft, and pray do not eat the ones that have turned green.
As God shall mend me, what a shameful affair this has been. I shall go home and, well, I shall write to my husband and ask that he includes cooking instructions with the next gift of food that he sends me. I thank ye and bid ye good day, Dr. Foreman.
And a good day to you, Madam Fortescue. Hello? There you go. She was most pleased. Yes, she will come back. Oh, what did she say? What a fine-looking young man Dr. Foreman has for a manservant. Fucking William. Uh-oh, she's back.
One such as we do rarely find, just needs a man to be behind, for she's but a lady.
Good even, Miss Lanier. What brings you?
I am come about my future, Dr. Foreman.
Oh, boy.
I wish to know whether I will find success as a writer of poems and plays. You can predict futures, can you not?
I mean...
You, madam? A writer of poems and of plays? Forsooth, how verily remarkable.
Well, 'tis true most of us Bassanos and Laniers are musicians, but I have chosen a different path. I've lately begun a collaboration with a poet and playwright. Let us call him Mr. S.
Mr. S himself?
He is presently writing a play that takes place in northern Italy, and as I am of Italian
Oh
heritage...
my God, she's gonna be
he has
Juliet.
asked me to help him write it.
How interesting. And does this collaboration betwixt you go well?
Right well, or so methinks. Indeed, Mr. S did suggest that I am full talented as a writer. Be not afraid of greatness, he told me. For once our play opens upon the London stage, our success will follow, as night follows day.
I see. Then what would you have me ask the stars, madam?
Well, I've noted that Mr. S, although a brilliant man, is oft prone to exaggerated melodrama and implausible plot resolutions. I wish to know whether this story of his, of our future success, is true.
Very wise of you, madam. Then let us see whether your success or failure is
Now-
writ in the stars. Will Mistress Amelia Lanier find fame and fortune as a writer?
Correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't William Shakespeare not very well received when he initially made his plays? And he became like successful very later on? I don't know. Again, never studied Shakespeare, really. This house warns of a legacy marred by deceit and jealousy. This speaks of Mr. S indulging in creative theft. Oh wow. The star urged Miss Lanier to be more sensitive to the needs of her child. Wow. If Mrs. Lanier maintains optimism, her ambition will be realized. Not only will she be successful, her work will lead to transformative and surprising political changes. Miss Lanier and her writing partner work well together. So we either tell her no, the guy is a thief, and or we urge her to take care of her child, or we make her work with Shakespeare. Sure, why not?
It would seem Mr. S.'s confidence is not misplaced, for the stars foretell that if you have faith in your success, you will succeed. And your contribution to the world will reach beyond literature to be of great benefit to society.
So, in order to succeed, I must hold fast to a belief that I will succeed.
Just so, madam.
But what you are asking of me is right illogical, Dr. Foreman. Indeed, 'tis an impossibility. How can I maintain a belief that my success is inevitable when you have just informed me that my success is conditional and contingent? As Aristotle teaches us in
Mistress
his...
Lanier, mayhap I have confounded you with the nuances of my astrological reading. All you need know is that the achievement of your goals is very likely. Indeed, 'tis indicated that your collaboration with Mr. S will be a fruitful one. Prithee, madam, look not for bad news among the good.
Aye, mayhap 'tis best I not overthink it, as you say. I thank ye, sir.
Yes.
Good evening.
You're welcome.
Dr. Foreman.
Miss Lanier? Madam? Mrs.? She was a little pleased. Not too much, I guess. But we're getting very close to another recommendation. If only I could forget what he said about my success being conditional. Hey, how would Euclid have solved this conundrum? Do not worry yourself with mathematicians.
Davis Allen, the love of Foreman's life, how futile 'tis to fall for another man's wife.
Oh, that doesn't sound good.
Good day to you, sir.
Hello.
Good day to you, madam.
Are we banging now, or...?
What service may I perform for you this day?
For me? None. None at all.
Oh. So,
Verily. Then I cannot fathom why you...
'Twas my husband who bade me come,
Oh.
for he finds it difficult to speak of... As I say, he had me come in his stead.
Right.
And I could think of no reason to give him for why I should not come.
I see. Then what is troubling your husband? Madam, I cannot treat a querent without knowing first what his troubles are.
He is unable to perform his marital duties.
Oh.
I see. And whatever does that mean? Your husband forgets to put out the night soil? Some broken shelving he's neglected to fix? Prithee, madam, I bid you be more precise.
Oh, you know perfectly well what I mean, Simon. I bid you not drag this out any longer. Pray read the stars and let us get this over with.
Damn,
Wish,
lady.
madam. Now, let us see. What ails Mr. Allen so as to render him unable to perform his marital obligations towards Mistress
He
Allen?
probably performs his obligations with another mistress. What do you think? My husband is unable to rise to the occasion, wink, when performing his marital duties. He's got the crick in the back, causing him pain in the hips, making it difficult to perform duties around the house. That's not the one. He's got the cold in the heart, mild imbalance of the black bile. Illness will be long-lasting, so just a disturbance of the mind. Holy shit. Mr. Allen suffers from a loss of carnal lust, mild enchantment cast by a witch, deficiency of blood. Illness get worse before it gets better. I mean, that is surely what's happening, but I'm gonna tell her she... do I want to? I don't know. Fuck it. Yeah, he's just, you know... He's been enchanted by Uranus. Sorry, a witch because of Uranus.
Your husband is suffering from a lack of sanguinity in the brain, which has resulted in a loss of carnal lust. According to my chart, there is little hope of remedy.
Verily, no hope at all.
Nay, I'm afeard not.
Oh, then Mr. Allen is not, cannot be a full husband to me. At least not in the full, true sense of being a husband.
Precisely so. And as a physician, it behoves me to observe how unnatural and lamentable it is that a wife be so neglected.
I'm gonna bang again.
Simon.
Oh, my darling Avis.
And here we go. Okay. The queen is most pleased again. And we also had some coitus post consultatio, as you do. shall say 100 Hail Marys before bed this evening. Nay, 200. Oh, don't worry about that, Avis.
What? Doctors against him do make war. Doctors against him do make war. He makes love without a care.
Tis true, Avis is not his by law.
Uh-oh.
But in love and war is fair.
Uh-oh.
But in love and war is fair.
Last even, 'twas like a dream. Never in my life have I felt so.
Husband is gonna come
Sweet
knocking.
Avis, 'tis true you are married, but surely a love as great as ours can transcend such earthly impediments. Dare I hope for... Nay, 'tis most unlikely. Or is it? Forsooth, there be no harm in asking the stars.
If the husband would,
Might Avis Allen one day be mine?
Okay, let's see. Avis Allen loyalties lie with her family. Oof. Avis has betrayed her marriage vows. The damage this has wrought upon her marriage cannot be undone, and her past cannot be erased. I may be optimistic, for Mr. Allen will suffer ill luck and die. Avis will then be free to marry me. Yeesh. I'm not seeing things clearly. If I knew the truth about our relationship, I would be seething with jealousy. Avis is cunningly hiding a secret from me. Oh, do you think she is? I mean, is she? Is she trying to have a baby with me? And then, you know, go back to the husband. I want to see this. I want to chase the secret.
What is this? Avis harbors a secret from me? Something that might arouse my jealous passions. Doubtless 'tis another man.
Another one. The third one.
But who could he be? Her carnal desire for him must be powerful indeed to draw her thoughts away from me, and I do not think Avis has occasion to meet any man so becoming as to provoke... Ah, I see.
What happened? He knows who the man may be. Who is that man? How very dare the both of them. Who the hell? Oh! Who's Plague? What happened with the ship? Did you make any money? Away from seeming temptation. Wait, is he married? I thought he was a priest. I guess he's just a servant of God.
Good day, Dean Blogg. Fare you well?
Right.
Most well indeed, and I will tell you why. The conquering cherub has lately returned home to England.
Ah, yes.
Ah, this being the voyage you did invest in.
Aye, and what a sound investment it was.
Yes.
For it has paid off most handsomely.
I told you so.
The cherub's cargo of nutmeg and pepper will fetch a high price indeed. In sooth, as I recall, it was you who advised me on this investment, was it not?
Yes, indeed.
I thank ye
Holy
heartily
shit.
for it, sir.
I am glad to have been of service, Dean Blogg.
Forsooth, my earnings have enabled me to make a substantial investment in Sir Walter Raleigh's expedition to the New World.
Ah, methinks I've heard of this.
Raleigh?
'Tis a quest to find the fabled lost city of gold, is it not? Or as the Spanish call it, El Dorado?
The very same.
That's not
For
gonna
it is
happen.
said that El Dorado does lie deep within the rainforests of the southern parts of the New World, hiding vast quantities of gold and precious jewels. Hence, what I would have you tell me is, exactly how rich can I expect to be made from my investment?
I see.
For if I am to be made very rich, I am afeard that news of my fabulous wealth may cause some jealousy among the clergy. News travels
I don't
fast
think we'll
around the
get very
diocese,
rich with that.
and I think it wise to get ahead of it if I can.
Then let us consult the stars. What will become of Thomas Blagg's investment in Sir Walter Raleigh's quest to find
I think it
Eldorado?
will go poof and disappear. Let's see. Black finances will bring him unhappiness. The expedition will encounter foreigners who are stubborn, confident, and led by instinct. Black's business partner will be met with violence. Yes, very likely. There is cause for pessimism and a surprising reversal to save the lives of children. What? Read the stars by selecting highlight section in the sky. Blake will be able to leave his children a legacy of fine things. I don't think so. Go towards exploration. No, I think you're gonna lose everything.
I have ill tidings for you, Dean Blagg. Raleigh and his men have been set upon by a tribe of angry New World natives.
Angry natives? But surely the natives would greet us with much rejoicing.
No.
For do we not bring with us the gift of civilization?
No, I think you
Would
brought
they
the
not
gift of
crave
weapons
freedom from
and
their tyrannical
diseases.
chieftains and cruel pagan gods?
Well, it would seem these particular natives cannot be reasoned with, as they are led by instinct alone, and they will fight to the last man, as it is not in their nature to surrender with honor, as Christian men would.
Ah, yes.
Truly? But,
Alas, I am afeard that Raleigh shall be forced to abandon his search for Eldorado, and your investment will come to naught.
I must own, sir, that I cannot share your uncharitable view of these savages. They may be heathens, but are they not still God's children? I will now take my leave, that you may engage in quiet reflection upon the spiritual dimensions of this question.
Okay. He wasn't pleased. The Gwen took my advice a little ill. I mean, I was just trying to, you know, help him. Mayhap I invest in tulip bulbs. I hear young merchants say such bulbs will one day replace silver as the new coin. I don't think so. Oh, there he is.
When the symptoms are and the questions are queer, the melodies are strange and esoteric.
Of course. When the melodies are strange and bizarre, it's Ferraro. God damn it, Ferraro.
Good morrow, sir, and well met.
Indeed, 'tis I, Riccardo Ferraro,
sake.
come once again to the great Dottore Simon Foreman.
Jesus.
Aye, and I can see why you are come. Methinks you are not well, Signor.
Yeah.
The colour of your face is quite alarming.
It's not just that.
It is because I am losing the blood. The blood does drain away from my face, way down my body, and out of my...
You are
Butthole.
bleeding from your fundament. How much have you been bleeding, and for how long?
Un poco, not too much.
Okay.
It does come and go.
Does it hurt to
Sometimes
sit?
blood, sometimes no blood. You stop the blood, see?
Stop at the blood.
Mayhap I will, but first I must consult the stars to find a diagnosis. What ails Signor Riccardo Ferraro?
Oh, I think he has a case of the hemorrhoids. It does happen from time to time. Signor Ferraro suffered from jaundice, a blockage in Signor Ferraro's neck has caused color to pool in his head, turning his face yellow. I don't think so. Signor Ferraro has hemorrhoids, as I suspected, which are swellings in the anus and rectum. Blind hemorrhoids cause pain, whereas open hemorrhoids are apt to bleed. Yes.
There is nothing here to worry about, Signor Ferraro. Your body is merely purging itself of corrupted blood, in a similar manner to that which does occur in a woman's nethers each month. To wit, 'tis most healthsome and natural.
Are you sure? Are you sure that is your final answer?
Indeed it is. I do assure you, Signor, 'tis the very latest medical thinking on the subject of hemorrhoids. You are welcome to procure a second opinion, but I warrant you will find that most doctors in London will tell you the same.
Then Riccardo Ferraro bids you good day, Signor Foreman.
Okay, I think that went well. He was a little pleased. A little. We're getting there, slowly. A textbook answer, but it is not hard for a common man to procure a medical book nowadays. Is he... Do you think this man is been sent by the university to test my knowledge? Oh, hello. Amelia?
If only she had written words, they'd probably be much better words. Though written by a lady.
Did you see that?
What?
See what, madam?
Your querent, Signor Ferraro, scuttling away from me like a frighted rabbit. What have I ever done to upset the man?
I don't know.
All I did was wish him buongiorno as I passed him at the door.
Verily, Signor Ferraro's
Maybe
behaviour
it wasn't
does sound
daytime.
full strange.
Don't say that.
But let us
at
not
night.
think of him, but of the matter that brings you
very
hither,
rude.
Mistress Lanier. How do you fare?
And it looks like
I
it's
fare
nighttime,
most
so...
well, in the main. For you spoke true when you said my collaboration with Mr. S would be fruitful. 'Tis going exceeding well. Verily,
look at that.
Dr. Foreman,
So
I would
close.
be right content with my lot at present if it were not for the trouble I am come about this day.
Pray, tell me of this trouble, madam.
I am being prowled.
Oh.
Oftentimes in the night I see him following me
Oh,
home.
no.
One time methinks I even caught him looking at me through my window.
Could it be Mr.
I would
Ferraro?
have you tell me who this prowling man might be.
A prowler? How very worrisome. Can you describe this man to me?
Nay, for 'tis always at night that I spy him, and I have always been too frighted for my eyes to linger upon him.
Damn it,
very long.
it's
Then
him,
let us
for
see
sure.
what light the stars can shed upon the identity of this man who hides himself in darkness. Who is the man prowling Mistress Lanier?
Guarantee you. It's Ferraro. The Prowler is a violent husband. Hopeless for a reversal of the ill luck he has with Mistress Lanier. He harbors a misguided hope that she will perform the wifey duty and resume intimate relationship with him. Nah. Lanier is suffering mental confusion owing to her religious beliefs. She also harbors an unjustified level of mistrust towards prospective romantic partners. That sounds terrible. The Prowler is a man of authority and a master of wit, so I consider him a friend. The Prowler harbors undeclared feelings for Miss Lanier. I mean... Was she the one with the drinking husband? That actually might be the husband. Let's get optimism. She'll return to sexual intimacies. Oh. I mean, but Uranus is in retrograde. It's a reversal of fortune, so it's probably not gonna go well. Never trust Uranus. Mistrust. It's just a romantic pause and confusion. A man of authority and a master of wit. She consider him a friend. Undeclared feeling. Let's try this one. I want to see where that goes.
The stars suggest that your prowler is a man with a talent for wit. A man who secretly harbors amorous feelings towards you. Does that sound like anyone you know, madam?
Dr. Foreman, I find your question most illogical. I cannot know of a man who harbours secret feelings for me, for indeed, if I were to know of them, the feelings would not be secret.
To you,
Yes,
not to
well,
him.
Let me put it another way. Your friend, Mr. S., is the keen-witted man who furtively admires you. He is your prowler, madam.
Mr. S is my prowler, you say? I bid you, sir, check the stars again.
Is it not the most likely explanation, though, madam?
I assure you there is nothing likely about the unique relationship betwixt me and Mr. S. Indeed, he has too much respect for my literary mind to use me so ill. For his is a noble intellect that allows him to
Yeah, I've heard this
soar
one
above
before.
the baser instincts of lesser men. Now, if you will
Oh,
not
shit.
judge the stars again for me, I will bid you good day, Dr. Foreman.
Oh, we lost some. Oh, she took my advice rather ill. Oh, we lost a bunch. Oh, we were so close as well. Dr. Foreman does not understand how unlike we artists are to common folk. Oh, yeah, you'll see.
Hear ye, hear ye! Sir Walter Raleigh fails to find legendary Treasure City. Rumours say next Raleigh voyage is to Pot of Gold at End of Rainbow. Hear ye!
Reports have lately come in that Sir Walter Raleigh's expedition to the New World in search of El Dorado has been a colossal cluster fail, despite Raleigh's assurances to the Queen that he would return with gold raided from the legendary city. It is said that Raleigh's ship bring back not but potatoes. Experts predict Her Majesty's reactions to be somewhat testy. Wait, do you think he's the Raleigh is the husband of that fancy lady that had the explosive diarrhea? This one? No, not this one actually. Yeah, this is a gold digger. She
Especially when they're born of wealth. Here comes
Nope. She's not lovely, she's not kind-hearted. She goes with old men, marries them and kills them and gets their money.
Good day to you, Mistress Sharp.
Good day, Dr. Foreman. But I am Mistress Delamere
Of
now.
course you are.
Mistress Delamere? But as I recall
I will
from
get
my
you
case
stuck
notes,
in the longest relationship of
you
your
see,
life.
'Twas 3 years past. Aye, were you not hoping to marry a man named George Middleton?
Oh, yes. I did marry Mr. Middleton.
Of course you did.
For although you did tell me he might die, my family refused to hear of it. They quite insisted that I marry him, but only months after we were wed. He died, Dr. Foreman. He fell to his death whilst taking the air atop a church belfry.
Poor man.
By the saints, how very tragical.
Jesus, because she
Doubtless
pushed him off a
Mr.
church.
Middleton was under the spell of a witch, just as you said. Mayhap she had him think he was a bird.
There, my dear lady. How distressing your late husband's death must have been for you.
Aye, indeed, Dr. Foreman. So much so that my friends urged me to marry again, lest I die of grief.
Ah, yes, of course.
But now that I am once more a wife, I would not wish to be widowed anew. And John Delamere, my present husband, is also an older man.
Oh, he's gonna live for so much longer.
Dr. Foreman, you must tell me whether there be any illness he has, whether there be anything I might do to save my dear sweet husband from an early death.
Then let us see what the stars have to say.
Yes.
Is Mr. John Delamere troubled with any condition that may cause
I will
him to
make
die?
this man immortal. He's got a cardiac passion. So just cannot be cured. I guess he's gonna have a heart attack. He's bewitched again. John Delamere is troubled with quinsy, a condition characterized by soreness in the throat. Oh god, these are bad. These are all pretty bad, huh? I mean, is the quinsy that bad? I don't think it's lethal, is it? Although I have a feeling she's gonna choke him. If we say something like that. At the same time, cardiac passion cannot be cured. Neptune is retrograde. He's gonna freaking... His heart is gonna give. What do we do? It's either the witch again or the quinsy. I mean, he's bewitched. And he will die because of her. Man, at least my predictions are gonna be correct. Fuck it. What do I care?
Mr. Delamere, the news is very grave. The stars tell of your husband being under the spell of a witch.
Quincy.
What, this again?
Too late.
I beseech your pardon, Dr. Foreman. 'Tis just, well, The thought of a witch does fright me so.
Know you of a woman in your husband's circle suspected of being a witch? A disgruntled sister left penniless by feudal inheritance laws, perchance? Mayhap a local cat enthusiast, or a Scottish neighbour?
Not a Scottish neighbour.
Nay, as true as I live, sir, I do not. But I will be sure to make inquiries. Good day, Dr. Foreman.
Damn. Yeah, she hates me. I'm so onto her. She really hates me. How fascinating it is that so much can be read in the stars. I know. I'm onto you. There she is.
Fine host, of this she will oft boast. She loves to entertain. Oh, how she does try, her dinners go awry.
Oh no, what did she do this time? Oh boy, what has she done to these poor guests?
Good morrow, Mistress Fortescue. How may I help you this day?
I did lately experience feelings of a most strange and disturbing nature, for which I desire an explanation.
Okay.
I see. Prithee describe these feelings to me, madam. When did they occur?
Last eve, at a dinner party hosted by my dear friend Mistress Emma Delamere.
Uh-huh.
All was well at first, but soon after my arrival I was stricken with a kind of madness.
Madness, you say?
Yes, moments during which I found myself overcome with feelings of mirth, laughing most immoderately at the dullest of remarks made by other guests. At other times I felt an unnatural fascination with the shape of the candelabra in the table's
Sound
centrepiece.
high.
And all the while I was so ravenous with hunger, I quite absent-mindedly
Yeah.
ate all the sweetmeats at my end of the table.
Yeah, that's
I fear my rapaciousness did not escape the notice of guests seated beside me.
Such an immoderate appetite is out of character for you, I take it. It could not have merely been occasioned by anxious passions?
Why, nay, Dr. Foreman. Forsooth, I ought to have been very calm last eve, for I did spend the afternoon inhaling the fumes of an aromatic oil, a gift from my sweet husband, sent back from his explorations in the Near East. I did mention my husband, Captain Henry Fortescue, before,
yes,
I
yes,
think.
you did.
He is a great friend of Sir Walter Raleigh. Oh, Henry and Sir Walter find the oil most relaxing, so he tells me.
Yet you were not so very relaxed last eve, I take it.
No, not in the least. For I fear a capricious spell was cast upon me. Over the course of the evening, I developed the strongest intuition that malignant forces were present in the room, and that I had been bewitched.
Of course you did, of course.
Could it be true, Dr. Foreman? Might a witch have cast a spell on me?
No.
That is something we shall have to ask the stars,
You
madam.
are high as a
Let's
kite,
see.
madam.
What was it that afflicted Mistress Sybil Fortescue last eve at dinner?
Yes, let's see. It was a case of the melancholy. That's not true. It was a case of the smoke inhalation. Yes, that was probably it. She has been witched. Nah.
Now, madam, the oil your husband sent you. This was the first time you did inhale its fumes, methinks.
Yes, the shipment of gifts from my husband did only lately arrive.
Then I think we have your answer. I have read some interesting tales of such oils and herbs of the Near East. 'Tis said they occasion certain temperaments. To wit, an excessive sanguinity, which will have caused the immoderate laughter and increased appetite.
The chemicals,
They can
as we call
also
it
provoke
in
a
Italy.
narrowing of the mind, which would explain your temporary fascination with the candelabra. And I believe the fumes of this oil may also have been responsible for the notion that you have been bewitched.
And the men of the Near East gain pleasure from this oil? They would render themselves foolish on purpose?
Aye, indeed. Foreigners have many strange customs and desires that we cannot hope to understand.
How fascinating! I thank you for this explanation,
She's
sir.
happy.
Indeed, 'twill make for a most diverting tale with which to regale guests at my next dinner.
Yes.
God give you good morrow, Dr. Foreman.
And a good one to you, madam. She's gonna be super happy. Most pleased again. Look at we're near another recommendation. I think we only got the one from Avi, and just because we banged her. I wonder if Dr. Forsman's manservant was ever in the Navy. His arms do appear very strong. Fucking William, get the hell out of my office.
Another consultation. Will this one end in bed?
Probably.
Or will Mistress Allen slap him round the head?
Wait, what? Hang on a second.
Ah, good day, Mistress Allen. What brings you this day? Oh, dear lady, you tremble like a leaf on an autumn day.
Aye, for I am most affrighted. But Mr. Allen says he thinks I worry over naught. So I am come to you, for methinks you would... Perchance you may help me.
By my troth, pray tell me of this evil that affrightens you, madam, and I shall do all in my power to protect you from it.
Yes, evil. Oh, indeed, 'tis the very word for it. I have seen a dark figure prowling outside our house in the night, and once I saw him spying through my window. Who is he? What does he want from me? What am I to do?
I see. And you do not recognize his face or any other particulars? The colour of his hair, for instance?
Oh, nay, for 'tis always so dark. But by his silhouette I can tell he is a bony, scrawny little man.
What?
Is he verily? But your husband thinks 'tis naught to worry over, you say?
Aye, he says the man is doubtless naught but a poor travelling tinker who is merely taking shelter in our garden. 'Twould explain why his figure is so slight, to be sure.
Oh my God.
But what if he is not a tinker? What if his purpose is more sinister?
Aye, indeed. Then let us consult the stars. Who is the man prowling outside the Allen's house in the night? And what is his
We
purpose?
need to stop doing that, by the way. Avis is mine. She must rein in her behavior. What the fuck? Not only does Avis have a deceptive nature, she's obsessed with romance and has a preference for younger men. Avis was being punished by God for her freaking comings and goings from her house. Uh-oh. Or the intimate relationship between Avis and I is changing. The Prowler is a mature, intelligent man who is secretly an enemy of the Allens. Yes, I think it's time to end this. I got my recommendation. She's acting crazy.
The stars suggest the Prowler is a secret foe of your husband. Does Mr. Allen have any gambling debts, perchance?
Hold. Methinks I see it now. Ah, 'tis you! The Prowler, 'tis you!
What?
Me? How now, madam? What an outlandish notion.
So you would deny it? That you have prowled and spied upon me these last months?
Prithee, Avis, you've got it all.
I will not have it. I am not a thing to be owned. I'm not one of your prized possessions.
I prithee, madam, put that down. Put it...
Ah!
Okay.
Fie, madam. That was a priceless Venetian vase.
Did she die? What happened? I don't understand if she left or she died. But she broke my vase, and she took my advice most ill. Well, I mean, it's almost over with her. Fie, if I see him in the garden again, I shall ever Mr. Allen and go and... Nay, methinks I had best not tell Mr. Allen. Yeah, you better not. She will return again, though. After all this? Damn it. Who is this guy?
Such a claim, lately returned from his conquests in Spain. The streets of London resound with
What a fine gentleman, look at him. Oh, wow. Well, probably a very important person.
Good day, sir. How may I... By Jupiter! Can it be true? Robert Devereux, the Earl of Essex, Lord of Her Majesty's Privy Council, a hero of the Battle of Cadiz.
Prithee, calm yourself, Sarah. Pray, treat me just as you would any other querate.
What a
Of course,
voice.
as
Oh
it pleases
my.
your lordship. But may I say, what a great privilege it is to... may I offer you a...
You are the man who had some success treating the plague some years past,
Yes,
are you
yes,
not?
that would be
Oh,
me.
indeed, my lord. You are very well informed. My strong water did save many a Londoner from a most lamentable death.
Then perchance you might have some cunning cure for me as well. For since I am returned to England upon having resolved that small matter in Spain,
Of course.
I find myself afflicted with the most vexing ailment.
All right.
Oh, but your most glorious capture of the Spanish city of Cadiz was no small matter, my lord. All England talks of nothing else. Why, pamphlets recounting your heroic exploits are sold on every street corner in London.
Mayhap they are. I know nothing of them. My single-handed victory against the King of Spain was but a trifling affair, and the least I could do for my queen and a grateful nation.
Yes.
But I fear vast riches and the hearts of many a Spanish beauty were not the only things I did capture while I was there.
What else did you capture in Spain, my lord?
An STD.
I fear I do not grasp your meaning. If you would kindly show me where upon your body you are...
As you see, this Spanish disease I caught has me oozing a most disagreeable substance.
Methinks I have a fair idea of the nature
Yeah,
of your affliction.
me too.
But I must confirm the judgment with a reading of the stars. Let us see.
Oh,
What
God.
disease troubles Robert Lord
Oh,
Devereux?
it is
the
an
Earl of
actual
Essex?
STD. Oh, boy. Oh, good lord. Robert Devereux is suffering from gonorrhea. Yes, that sounds likely. A disease characterized by white matter running from the privy member and pain when passing urine. Yes, that's it. He's troubled with love. Of course he is, but not in a good way. Robert Devereux is suffering from evil digestion, an affliction that may... Nah. You are, yes. The moon is falling in Scorpio, unfortunately. But it will not last long. Maybe it can be cured. Just put my strong water into your nether regions. Should be fine in a few days.
You have gonorrhea, my lord. 'Tis a condition provoked by an increase in intimate activities.
Too much strumpy-humpy, eh? Well, 'tis true that since news of my victory got about, every wench from Southwark to Shoreditch wants a piece of my action, as it were. And how may this gonorrhea be cured?
The most effective method is lead plate therapy. Usually this requires a man to lie in bed for many hours with a leaden plate positioned upon his privy parts, thus allowing the lead to impart its healing properties to the affected member. But, of course, men such as your lordship have no time to lie around in bed, which is why... Let me just fetch it from my cabinet. Which is why I invented this.
And that is what? Some sort of wonder chub, like the ones old men used to wear?
Oh my
Precisely so, my lord.
just gave him up.
It is a codpiece that I had a blacksmith fashion out of lead. I invite your lordship to wear it under your breeches so that the lead may remain in contact with your privy member at all times. Indeed, until you are cured.
How very droll this is. Verily, how old-fashioned. I will appear as hung as old King Henry Tudor.
Just gave him a giant
Mayhap I just wear
lead
it in my
cock.
chambers.
Good day,
Oh,
and
God.
please come again. If you need anything at all, I am at your service.
Ah, yes. What a fantastic... He is most pleased. Of course he is. Holy shit, that was a straight up to 70. So if I were to go about Whitehall Palace wearing a Wonder Chub, perchance it would revive the fashion for codpieces. Who knows? Who knows? Anyway, guys, I think it's late and I have to go, but holy crap, this game is hilarious. Oh, man. Can we... Oh, look. That's recommendations. Alright, we're not gonna get to 8. Maybe Sybil is gonna give me one. Maybe Ricardo in time. Maybe Thomas. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4. And, well, 5 with the new guy there, but man, we still need 3 more. That's gonna be close. Alright, I'm gonna save and quit. And we're gonna continue this game. I think we're gonna continue. Do you guys think it's worth continuing? I mean, it's pretty fun, so I wouldn't be completely against finishing it. But yeah, let me know what you think. For now, though, it's all. So thank you very much for watching. Have a good day. Have a good night. I'll try to fix remnant for tomorrow, but for now, goodbye.